What's new around here?
Nothing new. It's quiet here.
I sorted everything out. Let's go and meet the Zheliovites and have a discussion.
Finally! Come on, let's call the lads over and send for Olbram. Well, Zheliovites, did you miss us?
Of course they did. I reckon they hardly slept a wink.
Can you blame them? I'd rather come and get a beating than hang around in Zheleov too.
You see? They're provoking us again. There's no use trying to negotiate with them.
There's nothing to negotiate, old man. The pasture is ours, and that's final.
Bullshit! You know right well that I got smacked around as a child in that orchard, right over there.
You know what? Now you'll get smacked around here too.
Enough! Does anybody here have anything better to do?
Trust? What are you doing here?
This shouldn't concern you, bailiff. We'll just beat those bastards' arses and go home.
Sort them out, bailiff. Put a stop to their nonsense once and for all.
I won't tolerate this nonsense in my territory.
Tell that to the Zheliovites. Maybe they'll finally get it into their thick heads that this pasture is ours.
In your dreams, you Takavite swine!
Kurva! Be quiet already!
This whole pasture belongs to Takov. From the orchard all the way to that oak tree. There's a nail stuck in it, marking the border.
Hooray! So what then, Zheliovites? When will you finally get your asses out of here?
That's not true! What the hell is he on about?
How do you know? You're not even from around here.
But unlike you, yokels, he can read. It's all there, black on white, in the Troskovitz Chronicle. So you'll obey it and finally give it a rest.
They've done so much to hurt us. They should have to make it up to us. Make them pay.
None of that. They're the ones always provoking us. You know what? Let's give them a nice final bashing.
Knock it off already. Haven't you had enough of all this senseless arguing over the years? All those worthless problems and wasted time? Can't you just shake hands and make up?
That's right. From this point forward, this dispute is over. And if I hear about anyone causing trouble again, I'll have you all clapped in the pillory. Together. Now pack up and go home.
Well, Grandpa, how do you like our pasture?
Shame on you. Making fun of an old man.
Oh, get over it. You know what? You can let your cattle graze here. That's how good-hearted I am.
Oh, what do you want in exchange?
You'll throw a dance in my tavern. You'll stand in front of everyone and say what a noble person I am, and how your memory has gone to shit.
What? I'd rather let my cattle graze on rocks than kiss your ass.
Good doggy. Good boy.
So, the pasture finally has its rightful owner, eh? The feud with the Zheliovites is finally over.
It was about time the truth came out. I've been neglecting my tavern because of all of Olbram's bullshit. Thank you for standing up for the right side. That deserves a fine reward.
Wow. Thank you.
Don't mention it. You'll spend it all in my tavern anyway, won't you? See you soon, my friend.
50. That's not that much.
What's new around?
Nothing new. It's quiet. God be with you, good sir.
Are you gonna stand there? You should probably go home. I know you love your new pasture and all, but my God.
Good day to you. What would you like?
I took care of that poacher. He's in the hands of the bailiff now.
Excellent. Who was this crook?
Some asshole pretending he was there picking garlic.
Lovely. Here's the reward I promised. And now I'll drink to it, I reckon. We can both have a little celebration. What do you say?
I think I'll leave that up to you. You've had more practice than me.
You're good.
Is there anything more I can help you with?
I don't need anything more from you.
And is there some other gamekeeper around?
Lad, the only proper gamekeeper around here is me. But Nabokov is a gamekeeper too. You could try him.
Uh-huh. And what's his name?
Varel, as in barrel. Go and see him.
Where does he live?
Close to Nabokov Mill. He's got a cottage on a hill and his eye on the surroundings. We're both having trouble with this. How to say it? This ghost. So it might be worth talking about if it's still troubling him.
Well, you got me curious. Thanks for the tip.
Take care.
Awesome.
Hey there, youngster. It's good to see you again.
Likewise. What can I do for you?
If you lend me a little time and a listening ear, I have another riddle for you.
Oh, you...
What do you say? Happenstance has thrust us together again.
So, what's it going to be this time?
If you can spare a while, I have another riddle for you. A trickier one this time.
Tell me where you're from.
Ah, right. You're the nosy one. I'm sort of from everywhere. I wander here and there, never staying anywhere for long.
And where did your journey begin?
Believe it or not, in Prague. Aye, lad. It's a city like no other.
Do you really just wander the world? No fixed abode?
Aye, I do. Always walking, sometimes hobbling, occasionally having a sit or a lie down, even the odd tumble. But so far, I've always managed to get back up.
A harder riddle, you say? Let's hear it then.
That first riddle was just a test. Just to practice.
Huh?
How about a wager? To make it more interesting.
For sure.
Even a poor vagrant like me has to eat. What do you say?
Why not? I'm happy to bet.
Let's do this.
Listen carefully. Once upon a time, there was a fool of a farmer. Family he had none, no stable boys either. So he talked to his animals instead. And, good man that he was, whenever he made a groschen or two, he shared it with them according to his own rules. Every hen in the coop was paid 5 groschen. Every bee in the hive, 15. And the spider in the loft bagged a full 20 groschen. And now you tell me, how much did the cat get?
Excuse me?
Tell me the riddle again.
Once upon a time, there was a fool of a farmer, and, good man that he was, whenever he made a groschen or two, he shared it with them according. Every hen in the coop was paid 5 groschen. Every bee in the hive, 15. And the spider in the loft bagged a full 20 groschen. And now you tell me how much.
What? What? Don't even understand. What? Is it 10 is 5? B is 15. And the spider is 20?
Tell me the riddle again.
Once, and, good man that he was, every hen in the coop was paid 5 groschen. Every bee in the hive, 15. And the spider in the loft bagged a full 20 groschen. And now you tell me, how much did the cat get?
$10 groschen.
Exactly! 2.5 groschen for each leg.
What happened to the farmer in the end?
They never said. But I reckon he went to the dogs. You have just the 2 legs, to be sure. But you guessed right, so you earned your wager back. I can give you my stake on top, or I can tell you a bit about my life as a vagabond. How about that?
I'd be glad to hear about your adventures.
Would you care for stories from my travels or tales from the tavern?
The tavern sounds good.
Fine. I'll tell you about the first time I tried moonshine. Actually, to be honest, I don't think I can. I don't rightly recall what happened.
I was kind of expecting that.
Let this be a lesson to you that you should never mess around with moonshine.
I'll bear it in mind. Thanks.
Farewell.
Yay, improved drinking. That's what I was hoping. So pay 100 to improve drinking. That's basically like everything else. A melee damage from melee weapons. Reddit warrior. Oh, it didn't level. Unfortunate.
O gentle knight.
I got those strings for you.
Ah, how the hills shall ring out in gladness to their glorious sound.
We'll fix the loot and head off for Kuttenberg, fame and fortune. All praise to you, friend.
Right. I hope that's all you need.
If only, Henry, old pal. It's just there's still one little fuck-up. But first, you forgot to mention that half the village, including the bailiff and the resident idiot, saw you pilfer the loot.
George is exaggerating a bit, but still, we're a bit worried what will happen when someone finds out we've got the stolen loot.
You wanted a loot, you've got it.
We're as grateful to you as anyone could ever be, but truth be told, we're still a bit concerned.
I reckon it would be wisest to pack up and clear off. But it's not that simple. The innkeeper doesn't want us to leave. Says Kuttenberg isn't the place for us.
Can you imagine? He who never set foot outside his village wants to block 2 free souls in their path to fame.
And fortune.
And recognition.
And under the skirts of town maidens.
Beast. In short, dear friend, you must have a word with him. You're worldly wise. He's sure to listen more to you than to us.
Hang on. How can the innkeeper keep you from going anywhere?
Well, you know, he's incapable of grasping that the artistic soul needs to fly as free as a bird.
Aye, he's an ego...
ignoramus.
Besides, we owe him a bit of coin.
Well, why don't you pay him back then?
That's just it. We'd love to. We could always scrape together a few groschen.
But it's not coin he's after. He wants us to work off our debt.
He lets you two drink on credit? How so?
Because he's a damn crook.
He knows we can't pay back our debt outright, but he counts every wretched sip we take and adds it to the burden we have to shoulder.
Well, why don't you just up and run for it?
And sully our honor? Never.
And also, the innkeeper would tell the bailiff and he'd come looking for us. We don't want to end up in the stocks.
Why do I have to be the one to solve it for you?
Because we don't have time. We have to concentrate on composing our songs, creating art. Art!
Believe me, friend, once we get to Kuttenberg and make a shitload of coin, we'll pay you back double.
Tell you what, tenfold.
I'll have a word with him, and we'll see what
Okay,
happens.
let's talk to this man.
That's the spirit.
Let's drink to that!
I
hear Michael and George have run up a small debt with you.
A small debt? They owe me a whole heap of work, my friend. A month ago, I told them to dig a hole for shit behind the barn, and I'm still waiting. There's a privy there, but now it's full. The shit has nowhere to go but downhill. It's flowing down to the bathhouse. The other day, they promised that if I poured them a drink, they'd haul sacks of chaff to the barn. They boozed for free all night and swathed down sausages till they were as greasy as a cart axle. But that chaff is still out in the damp and rain.
Can't they just pay what they owe you?
It has nothing to do with the coin. Those two need to learn some responsibility. Damn their idle hands. Nothing can cure their laziness but labour.
So, haul some sacks and empty the latrine. And then the debt is paid?
Aye, but I'll bet my boots that even if those two miraculously got off their asses, they'd still manage to rack up another debt in no time.
What is it Michael and George have to do to pay off their debt?
Haul sacks of...
Couldn't someone else do the work instead of Michael and George? They'd just do a shoddy job anyway. You know them.
Well, they'd have to do it again then. I'm telling you. Until the chaff's undercover and the latrine's clean enough to eat out of, them two owe me.
Forget about those two fools. You're not responsible for their upbringing. A decent pile of coin could smooth everything over, couldn't it? I'll give you the coin for some hired hand to do the job.
Well, that pile of groschen will have to be mighty big. Cleaning out the privy's going to be a nasty job.
How's this?
More.
more.
Well, now, everyone should be satisfied. Good trade makes good friends, eh?
I'll have a look at the ware.
155. I sell here. Ooh. Pawn poacher's kit? Why do I care about this? I don't.
Let's talk about the problem. Do we have a deal?
That's still... Very well, then.
Don't do something about it soon.
I've squared things with the innkeeper. Your debt's been settled.
Our savior. We knew you'd support our artistic souls and
Yeah,
save our
your
mortal
artistic
bodies.
soul.
May
That's
your
right.
name live in glory.
Your glory shall be sealed by the song we wrote for you.
Oh my god, what have you done?
Fuck yeah. For you and about you, our hero.
Oh God.
Definitely not going to sing those words, right?
Which words?
You know exactly what
I'm
words
just
I'm talking
joking. Right, you ready?
about. Can't tune the strings.
You've got one job. Good? Right.
When it seems you're out of luck,
There's just one man who gives a fuck.
a friend who'll never leave you stuck. Now who can that friend be?
Well,
That's it.
Ludiak?
Henry, our hero Henry, the fellow who
Oh my
helps
God.
his fellow man. Henry, reliable Henry, he gets the job done the best he can. Oh, oh, oh. Watch out, here we go. Oh, oh. I can't hear you in the back.
When you want to string your lute and trumpet with your back drum,
Who will pull a sheep gut out through the creatures who wrecked home? Oh, Henry, we thank you, Henry, the fellow who helps his fellow man.
his fellow man.
Henry, let's drink to Henry. He gets the job done the best he can. Yeah!
Jesus Christ. Terrible. Oh God, not the pity clap.
So, how did you like it?
Weren't we fantastic? I tell you, that loot really gave it a punch.
I'd say we were incomparable. Chi la dura la vince. You can't keep a good man down. The world awaits us.
Yeah, go for it, dude.
Awaits us with open arms.
In all my born days, I never heard anything quite as dreadful.
Are you saying you didn't like it?
It's clear you're incapable of understanding, incapable of appreciating the subtle nuances of our artistic performance.
You're a barbarian like all these other fuckers. But never mind. We like you anyway.
Dear Enrico, thank you for everything. It's time for us to shake the dust of this godforsaken place off our feet and seek our fortune in the big wide world.
Kuttenberg, here we come!
New life! Here we come!
I wish you good fortune. Maybe we'll meet again one day.
If you come to Kuttenberg, you will surely hear of us. Farewell.
Farewell!
God bless.
One beer, please!
Coming right up.
It's like I'm invisible or something.
What a fantastic ending to that quest. What is this? Asvaro, the gamekeeper? Let's go. Hey, dude. Got work.
Good day to you.
Gamekeeper Vostatek from Takov sent me here.
You were sent by Vostatek?
Yes. He hired me to find and catch poachers in his forests. That job's done. So he sent me to you. He said there's something I could help you with. He was talking about some ghost?
Nice. You might actually be useful then. What's your name?
Henry.
I'm Varel, the gamekeeper in these parts. But I suppose you know that. The lad who helps me told me a while ago about this ghost you mentioned. But I'll tell you about that after you help me with those bastards infesting my forests. What do you say? Will you do it?
Aye. I just need to know some details.
Sure. Ask away.
Well, Statek was moaning his forests are full of the vermin. But I only looked for 2. How many do you think you've got here?
I have my suspicions about 3 places. And poachers always work alone. So I reckon it's an unholy trinity.
How do you know you've got poachers here?
The usual. There's been less and less game, and there's always a reason for that. I thought at first it might be them wolves that are rampaging there too, but I found
mean, how
some
can there be less
remains.
game? They respawn every
It's a
day.
poacher, all right.
How can you tell?
There were knife cuts on the bones.
Do you
not
know how
marks
many
of
deers
wolves'
I've killed and
fangs.
it gets respawned back?
Where do these bastards of yours usually hunt?
The first one has been poaching Troskovitz, the graveyard site. Now we've started patrolling there, he's pulled back to Slatigo, somewhere to the east of the graveyard, and we ain't too keen to go there.
Why's that?
The place is cursed. And on top of that, it's swarming with wolves. You know that half-built cottage in Slatigo?
Aye. I've been there.
The previous gamekeeper started building it, but he didn't finish it. He kicked the bucket before he could go on his first round. I've been gamekeeper here since then, and I don't intend to end up like him.
Do you know of anyone near Slatigo who could help me?
Try asking Ignatius, the Troskovitz gravedigger. Maybe he saw someone around there and can point you in the right direction.
Good idea. Right. I reckon that's all I need.
Good luck. Farewell.
Unfinished cottage. Okay. Let's run back and ask the gravedigger to see if he can narrow down the space. Though, I'm pretty sure they're just at the unfinished cottage. But I never know. Because there are certain places in this game that are not marked on the map. Kind of annoying, but
May God.
I'm looking for a poacher in this area. Have you seen anything suspicious?
Not a poacher, I'm afraid, but more wolves than you can shake a stick at. It's mighty odd how many of them are wandering around here. I wouldn't be surprised if it was down to some sloppy poaching.
Any idea where I should take a look?
Right behind the cottage, there's a little path lined with boulders leading towards Slatigo. Follow it into the woods and take a look there. The Slatigo forest ain't that thick, so you won't get lost. It's nothing but rocks, really.
Thanks.
Very well.
alright, fine. There's a lot of St. John's wort over here, huh?
This is the poacher's camp for sure. Only there's no one here, and it looks like nobody's been here for quite some time. That's odd. I must have a look around.
How did that miss? Excuse me? I see it like this. This camp isn't even marked on the map. And I've looted this already.
It looks like the poacher was attacked by wolves in his hideout. He tried to flee, but they chased him down. Oh well. I'd better report it to the gamekeeper. I've got some evidence if he wants it.
How are you, mutt? Are you good? I need to feed you? Nope, you're good. And don't need that. I mean, I like this color more, so we're going to use that instead. There you go. We'll go there after we explore that area first. Let's head back.
You're always welcome here.
I've got news about that poacher that you sent me to catch.
And? Did you catch him?
Not exactly.
What does that mean?
Well, you know how you said this poacher leaves a mess behind?
I know, the weasel. That really makes my blood boil.
Anyway, that's how the wolves sniffed him out. He didn't stand a chance against them. There wasn't much left of him, but I brought at least this as proof.
Show me. A hunting knife. This knife will be no use to him now. But still, no one deserves such a fate, getting ripped to pieces by wolves. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to grieve over him.
You said something about a ghost. Will you tell me what that's all about?
Hold your horses. All in good time. If you help with another poacher, I'll tell you the whole story about the ghost. Or are you tired of walking through our beautiful forests?
Oh, leave it out. Tell me about the next poacher.
What do you want to know?
What should I do with him? Arrest him and take him to Troskovitz?
If some wild beast doesn't mete out justice first, aye. If he's not willing, force him. But make sure he's not too battered.
Yeah, I understand. There's a lot of poachers on the rampage here, aren't there? Is there anything different about this one?
This poacher is operating on a big scale.
A big scale?
He's killing so much game that he must be selling it somewhere. It's much more than he could use himself. Only, to prove anything, I'd have to grill all the innkeepers in the area. They wouldn't tell me anything anyway.
Where does this one hunt? Any idea where I should go looking?
A stone's throw from here, in the woods around Samine Pond.
Christ, that's right here under your nose.
I don't like going into them forests, to tell the truth. Even though they're nice and close, there's something not right about them. The game is often frightened. He uses that to his advantage. Miller Kreisel occurred to me. He looks out over that area, so he might know something. Even if he is a bit of a strange one.
Actually, Kreisel has people working for him who live even closer. I'll ask them.
Whatever you say.
Thanks. I'll go and find him.
Good luck. See you later, my friend.
Oh, you pooch. Oh, hey, fellow, we're an honest lot.
God be with you. God be with you, noble sir. I'm Henry of Skalitz, and I serve the Lord of Lipa.
Sir Kunesh of Belevitz. Poor as a church mouse, but a free man once again.
A free man again? What happened to you, Kunesh?
Ah, the greatest of misfortunes befell me. Figuring out this war is a job and a half.
Aye. This feuding between the royal brothers is damn muddled, all right.
Precisely. I gambled on Jobst over Sigismund a few years back. Only his Hungarian cavalry soon routed us, and I spent 2 years in captivity.
You were held captive? What was it like?
Hardly wondrous, I'll tell you that. But what irritated me most was being powerless to do anything. It's all those blasted Hungarians' fault. They can shove my silver up their arse and then lick it and kiss it for all I care.
I totally agree. Sigismund is holding his brother Wenceslas, the rightful king, under lock and key in Vienna.
What a bloody awful affair this war is. In my day, men would fight with honor and integrity, not stab each other in the back.
My sentiments exactly, Sir Kunesh.
Why, young man, I see you stand with Wenceslas, eh? I tell you, though, he's the one who dragged our land into this mess.
How so? It was the Hungarians who captured you, wasn't it?
Because I was a fool. But I've realized that the only competent king here is Sigismund.
I disagree with you, sir. Sigismund is a scoundrel who will do our land no good. Again?
That's what often happens in war. Still, for the good of the country, I'll side with Sigismund in the end, especially considering what a drunkard and fornicator that brother of his is.
Wenceslas stands up for his people.
Wenceslas can't even see the tip of his nose, and things are only getting worse.
Sigismund's no king. He's nothing but a murderous thief. I challenge you to a duel, sir.
What? You want to fight me? You're not a noble, but what do I care? Making you skip and jump will amuse me, whelp. You win, young man. But things will only get worse. Mark my words. Wenceslas will do nothing but throw the land back into turmoil. Here's a few groschen to show you I'm a man of honor.
Thank you. I'll remember you as a chivalrous knight, Sir Kunesh.
Nice. Lost some rep with the nobles, but that's fine.
My respects.
Hades, is your store still open? Please say yes.
What? You're covered in blood, my friend.
What's new around here?
Nothing much, lad. At least I haven't.
Show me your...
All pretty terrible.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Very well. You must be from a... You see?
Go! Ja! Quick! Whoa! My gamekeeper Varel sent me into the forest to look for poachers. You don't have anything to do with it, do you?
Are you mad? If Crazel found out I was poaching, he'd skin me alive. And then Bonnie would have my guts for garters. No, that'll be them arseholes deeper in the forest above us. I spotted a couple of them when I was having a shit there. So watch where you put your feet if you go looking for them.
Oof. Thanks. I'll be careful.
Take care, friend.
I still haven't found a good coif. or collar. Is there no collar that is like just for decoration? There has to be. I'm gonna go to Taylor after this and see. Wearing this increases visibility. Which is so weird, because it says right here, decreases visibility. I don't understand the rating system. I don't know which side to trust. This side or this side? I'm going with this side because that's like your actual stat. I want to rob you.
Greetings.
Someone's making camp here, but it looks like a bandit's camp.
Sod off!
Turn around right now and get the hell out of here. Get over here, quick!
Right, I'm going. Calm down.
Well, what's it gonna be? I told you to get out of here. So leave. Ah! Attack! Everyone get over here! Enough! They give up. We'll see if I let you go or not.
Somebody ought to grab it by the scruff of... Go to hell! Alert! Oh! Mercy! Spare me!
You're not going anywhere until I say so.
Now you're going to get it! Attack her!
I surrender. You wouldn't kill me, would you?
Drop your weapon and leave.
Here you go. Now keep your word. You got what you wanted. Now let me go. Jesus! Fucking slaughter!
You're in for an ass kicking, you piece of shit! Alert! Alert!
Oh God.
I yield! Useless!
dirtying my clothes.
Interesting. Interesting.
Okay, I don't know what else to look for. Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Oh, he says the quest says to wipe them out. Well, now I kind of regret not just killing them. I let one go. What about the bandit, the poaching band? This sucks. was I supposed to know that, right?
May God give you...
I found those poachers, like you asked me to.
Poachers? More than one?
Yeah. A whole band of them. And not just poachers.
How'd you figure?
From the way they were armed to the teeth. Their camp is a little to the south of the pond. It's full of loot.
Somewhere by the rocks? Well, that's damn close. Got any proof they're there?
I found this on them.
Typical. The fuckers know what they're doing.
This lot weren't willing to listen to reason. So I dealt with them. They won't be doing any more poaching.
Blimey. You took them on all by yourself. Well, you saved me having to persuade Bailiff Thrush to send the Troskovitz garrison after them.
Are you going to finally tell me about the ghost?
Aye, I will. I need you to catch him. This ghost fella is a poacher too. But he ain't like any other poacher we've had, I can tell you.
Where should I look for him?
That bastard is poaching between my patch and Vostatek's. He knows it's the least patrolled area, since we don't quite know which one of us is responsible for it. You just need to head north a bit from Trotsky Castle.
To the north of the castle? Any idea where I should start?
You can start at the crossroads, northeast of the castle. Search the rocks there. Like I says, us huntsmen don't go there much, so we don't know the area.
Do you want me to send him to the gallows?
Exactly. If he ain't already wolf food or ain't armed to the teeth.
What else can you tell me about him? Why do you think he's different than the other poachers?
He's one big mystery, that bastard. He's a damn good hunter. Every shot hits the mark. A real archery master. On the other hand, he leaves a right mess. And the way he guts the animals is shoddy. I ain't sure if he does it on purpose or he's just sloppy.
Sounds like he could be a huntsman out for revenge.
Nobody's taking revenge on me, that's for sure. But I don't know if Vostatek cursed anyone during a moment of weakness. But it's true, there's a lot that suggests this ghost ain't local.
I'll get on it then.
I can't wait to see how this turns out. Take care, sir.
Oh my god. Is really far away. Oh, this is the bandit. Oh.
Oh, you pooch.
Who are you?
Do you not recognize a wayfarer when you see one, young fella?
I'm just being careful. You have to watch yourself these days.
You couldn't be more right.
And what brings you this way?
My itchy feet. I wander the world, watch what's going on, buy and sell things while we're at it. You want to buy anything? I might have something you'd like.
Tell me instead, what tidings do you have of the world?
Something new every day. Take that new priest over in Prague. Goes by the name of Hus. And if you heard him, now that's what I call a sermon. He's not afraid to scold anyone. He says the church fleeces believers, and that it's not right.
Have you heard him preach?
That I have. He was at St. Michael's one time. Nowadays, you'd have to go to Bethlehem Chapel to see him. But it's well worth it. If you're ever in Prague, you should take a look. That fellow's born to be a cardinal or a pope. Then you'll be able to tell your children you remember him when he was a plain old priest.
Oh, ow, you have a lot of steel. Okay, I'll take your steel.